You've probably been searching for the lab sapphire engagement ring because you wanted to get something beautiful, durable, ethical, and at the same time reasonable in price. But did you know that not all of them the same? There's actually three main methods how they are made, and depending on which methods you're going to choose, it's going to look and feel different. They are all sapphires made out of the same material with the same optical and chemical composition, but how they are grown going to affect everything: color, clarity, and how natural they look. In this video, I'm going to walk you through all three methods. I'm going to tell you which one is the best choice for you and what to look for. So let's go. First method is the flame fusion or Verneuil method. This is the most affordable and widely available method. It's fast, efficient, and creates the sapphire that looks flawless to the eye. It's going to be absolutely perfect. No inclusion, no difference in color, absolutely nothing. But here's the trade-off. Under the magnification, you might see some curved lines or little bubbles that don't exist in the natural stone. Flame fusion sapphires sparkle beautiful. They can sometimes look a little bit too perfect or synthetic, if you will, especially in a larger size. There's absolutely nothing wrong if you buy in the small sapphire where you're not going to see those things. But if you're going over 2 carat, most likely you're going to see those little bubbles, and the stone itself going to look a little bit too synthetic. But on the brighter side, those stones are the most affordable one. This method been around for a very long time, pretty cheap, and doesn't require state-of-the-art technology by today's standards. Flux Growth sapphires, very similar actually to the lab emeralds that I mentioned in the other video. Flux is a slower and more delicate method, and the results are amazing. These sapphires grow gradually inside of the molded solution, and they often develop soft, natural-looking pattern like tiny wisps or feathers inclusion that makes them look almost identical to the natural stones. That's my favorite thing about it. They're going to have inclusions that going to make them look almost identical to the natural sapphire. So if you do want as natural looking sapphire as possibly you can get, go for this one. This sapphire is very rich, very deep in color. As I mentioned, they have this natural organic inclusions, and because of that, that's my favorite choice for the engagement rings, because you do want to have this romantic look. But for someone who wants to have absolutely perfect stone, perfect color, no inclusion, no bubbles, nothing, just absolutely perfect stone, the hydrothermal method is the way to go. Hydrothermal sapphires are drawn in a way that closely mimic how sapphires form underground. It's a high pressure, high heat process that uses water and nutrients to grow the crystal slowly over time. The result? Perfect, growing under control stone with the rich, beautiful color, absolutely flawless, no inclusion, nothing like that. It's just for someone who really wants to have absolutely perfect stone. Who is going to choose this stone? First of all, someone who really wants to have a clear stone. There's plenty of customers like that who say right at the beginning they don't want to have any inclusion in the stone whatsoever. They want it to be perfect. It's for someone who doesn't try to pretend that their lab sapphire is natural. And for someone who goes for a minimalistic look, that's exactly what they need. They need large open window emerald, let's say, with no inclusion in it. That's the stone for now. Let me summarize here for you. If you are on a very tight budget, but at the same time you want your stone to spark and have a very natural color, and you don't mind the inclusion that is not visible with the naked eye anyway, you're going for a flame fusion method. If you're looking for a natural stone, the one that looks as natural as possible, that the flux method is for you. And if you love rich, clean color and you are a perfectionist, then hydrothermal method is for you. When we making engagement rings, we're working with all three of them. Very simply, the first method is for someone who is really on the budget. Sometimes we're making promise rings, or let's say the engagement ring around $1,000 or so, which is actually quite rare for us, but still. In this case, we're using the first one. For minimalistic designs, for modern designs where we don't want to have any inclusions whatsoever, we just want to have a very nice color, let's say in architectural designs or on deco designs, then we're gonna go for the hydrothermal method. At the same time, if you're gonna put this stone into the nature inspired rain, it's not gonna work. The rain is not going to be balanced. So in this case, you wanted to go for the Flux Growth method. Why people choose the lap sapphires in the first place, you may ask? Usually for two reasons. First reason is the price, especially in today's predictable economy. If you want to go for the sapphire engagement ring and you go in with a natural stone, well, you're going to face the pretty significant budget. Those stones are quite expensive. The ring overall can go from 5,000 to 9,000, somewhere there. Of course, if we're talking about the sale on sapphires, they're gonna go to 25 to 30,000, probably somewhere there. The same looking engagement ring with any of those methods that I just mentioned going to cost you no more than $2,000. So it's a pretty significant difference. Yes, some people might talk about the resale value and everything. At the same time, engagement ring, it's not something that we are planning on selling. So I wouldn't say it's really relevant, but at the same time, some people would simply prefer natural stones over the lap stones, which is an option. But when you get to the sapphires, if you don't have certain budget, you're going to end up buying very dark stone with a very little color. So when someone comes to me and saying like, oh, I want to get the natural sapphire engagement ring under $2,500 or so, I'm always trying to explain very carefully that lab option might be better. You're going to look better. It's going to last you exactly the same amount of time. It's going to be scratch resistant, 9 in a month scale to be exact, almost as durable as the diamond. You're going to be good. And let's say 10 years from now, when you're going to be making a little bit more, you're going to celebrate your 10-year anniversary with a nice natural sapphire engagement ring. And the second reason is ethics. Obviously, lab-grown stones are completely ethical. There is no mines, there is no destruction of the soil, nothing like that. With the natural stone, you will have to track it and you'll have to figure out where they're coming from. I actually explained all of that in the previous video where I was talking about the natural sapphire. It's a very important topic and we do take it serious. So we do explain to our client where our stones are coming from. So now after watching this video, you know much more about the lap stones. I highly recommend you to watch the other video that I just mentioned about the natural sapphires. And after that, you will be much more informed to make a right decision. Again, my name is Sergey. We make custom engagement rings true to your love, as unique as your love. We make something that no one else does. And we'll be happy to consult you on your project as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.